This is what we're going to be working on today. Good morning, doing good. Fantastic. Good, good, good. I'm going to give you a heads up right now because the only bad thing about working on this candlestick is that it's as tall as me, so like it almost looks like it's my face. It's like right at that perfect height. And I didn't want to stand up the whole time because then I would have to have the camera higher. And so, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this is what we're working on today. As you come in, make sure you're tapping the screen to get more people in here. And then share it out if you could. So we can get this shared out. And hey, Justin, how's it going? Hey, Green Gables. How are you doing today? What are you doing on this Sunday? I took a lazy day this morning. I have my coffee, but I took a lazy day this morning and kind of just hung out at home a little bit and cleaned up my area a little, and I'm prepping some things for my business. But hey, Justin, how are you? So I pulled a lot of stuff, okay, a lot of stuffs and things that we're gonna jam into this piece. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to work out. And my mind started going all over the place when I started pulling things because, you know, like we have this leftover skull pig. So I was like, oh, I need to put that in there somewhere. And I pulled these beautiful ranunculus that have the dark burgundies with the black and a little bit of the glitter. So how pretty is that? That's gonna look really good with this. I didn't want it to be, I almost wanted it to be more like a romantic goth piece because he's scary enough as he is. But I did pull something interesting that I thought would be fun to work with. Wait till you see what this is. I pulled this. Anybody know what this is? Drop in the comments if you know what this is. Can you tell? Can you see it? Hey, Mandy. You know what this is? It's a fly plant. Yes, it's a Venus flytrap. I saw this and I was like, ooh, I think that would be kind of cool in a planter, right? Yes, a fly-eating plant. But I thought that would be so cute in this planter design because, I mean, people think Venus flytraps are creepy, right? How they eat other things. So I thought that would be fun to put in here. And then I have pulled some black fern. I love hanging fern. So I've pulled some black fern. And I pulled a lot of things, but I pulled some of this black hanging cedar just because I like the wispiness of it. So I thought that would be fun. I also pulled some of these black and green ivy leaves just to bring a little bit of lightness to the design. And I did pull some Dusty Miller. I don't know if we'll use all the Dusty Miller, but I pulled some Dusty Miller because I thought it went really good with his face. And it would give us a touch of that light color that we could bring in. And then, of course, I pulled some 60919. I have some leftover pieces of this, so I have this and another bush of it. But I pulled some of this black and gray 60919. So you see how it's got the gray in it, and it's got some black, and it's got these little berries on there. So I thought we could use that as well. And that's really, I mean, that's pretty much it. I haven't finished our scary mask wreath. It's still sitting back here from the other night. I know, Socorro, you helped me with that, so I really do appreciate it. But he's sitting back here in the back watching over us today. So let me know what you're drinking today. Are you drinking your coffee with me, or are you drinking something else? I almost thought I should make a Bloody Mary because, you know, it's Sunday fun day. And then I was like, nah, that's okay. Let's stick with the coffee, right? Because you know me as drinking coffee every day. Hey, Angel. So what are you drinking? Drop me a comment and let me know. And if this is your first time here, please make sure you drop me a purple heart so I can acknowledge you. If you see me looking off to the side over here, it's because I have my laptop set up so that I can see comments, because my phone's a little too far away. I can't see it. You're going to drink some coffee? I love it. What do you put in your coffee? Hey, Jane. Hey, Rudy. What do you put in your coffee? I like my coffee the color of caramel. So I like mine with Splenda and some sugar-free creamer. This one is a caramel pecan coffee. I make all my own coffee. I don't go to Starbucks or anything like that, but that's because I drink a lot of coffee. So, hey Connie, welcome in. Thank you for being here for the first time. So Connie, where are you watching from? And what do you drink to get your day started? Energy drinks, water, soda, coffee, tea? Let us know. I drink coffee pretty much almost every day we go live. Every day we're going live, usually at around noon. I will be starting work a week from tomorrow, which is exciting. So I'm going back to corporate America and doing some contracting work, and I'll be going back to work on the 28th. So that week we'll switch up our live time. But you're in Ohio. Oh my gosh, you drink my favorite soda. I love Diet Mountain Dew. I love it. I used to drink it too much though. Like I used to drink probably, I don't know, 10 cans a day when I was, you know, in my 20s and 30s, and I gave it up for a long time. And now I'm back to maybe just one every few days when I want to treat myself. But that is my soda of choice for sure. I think it's funny. I'm being asked to join live as a guest. So let me know in the comments what you think. Have you been to any of the TikTok battles? So when we get asked to join others as a host, it somehow, I think, is asking for a battle. So do you watch those? Splenda and hazelnut. Oh, that sounds delicious too. So have you watched those battles? What do you think? I know it's a really fun way to get your followers and to get your community more engaged, and it creates this really fast-paced energy live game, right? I have never battled myself. I've only attended some of the battles, so let me know what you think about those. And what do you think about creators that, like me, that do those? Let me put this off to the side. and we're going to get started, because I could sit here and talk all day to all of you, and that's not what you're here for. You're here to be a part of the community, but you're also here to watch something fantastic come to life. Hey Jennifer, welcome in. My snips. I've got my glue pot going. So I'm gonna just start snipping some of these off. Hey Christine, hey friend. How are you, girl? How you doing today? You're good? What are you working on? What are you doing this Sunday fun day? And what are you having to drink to get your morning started? Are you drinking coffee? Are you drinking something else? Okay, so I'm going to turn this a little bit just so I can see the front, because I want to be pretty intentional about where I'm putting some of my longer pieces. For example, I don't want to put this really, really long piece right here in the very front. So I'm going to be a little bit more intentional with it. And I'm going to probably move it towards the back. Okay, and I just snipped it off a little bit. You're trying to get up and get motivated. You're still in bed. Girl, I just got up. Like, listen, I just got up. Threw on a cute little... See, I just got another invite. Somebody invited me to co-host. And again, it's one of those things to battle, right? And I'm just like, I don't know anything about that. I've never done that. So I'm not really sure what to do. And I'm just going to give you a little tip, because it's something that I never really thought about when I first started to design. But a lot of times when you are working on flower arrangements, some of your stems might be a little wonky to work with. And so they're kind of hard to put into your design. And so a lot of designers have pick machines, right? Thank you for the shares, Christine, so much. A lot of designers have pick machines. I don't have a pick machine. I don't have one. So I just take a little piece of the metal nub off of like one of these, and I use it to insert it into my foam, and then I can use it, put my stem inside that. Thank you for the heart me. Hey, Blessed Nona. Welcome in, girl. Get in here. Hey, Jackie. Is this your first time? Drop me a purple heart if this is your first time. Thank you for all the likes and shares. I do appreciate it. I hope it gets this room popping this morning. You're back? Well, welcome back. Did you get a coffee refill? It is. Oh, welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. We're just working on something kind of scary, and we're going to make it a little romantic scary. But, so anyway, what I was saying is you can take something like this, like a little metal piece of your end of your stem, and you can poke it into your foam, and then put your floral stem inside the foam if you don't have a pick machine, right? What are you saying? Girl, she's so what? Christine, I think really, truly, honestly, I think you have invited almost everybody that comes to my live. I think they have shown up because of you. Oh, she's so talented. I'm like, oh, well, I appreciate you, but I think you are talented. I love your pieces. So I'm so lucky that we get to be in the same community together. I just love it so much. Oh, she is a phenomenal hype girl. I'm telling you what, she is phenomenal. She is the first one that's like popping in here and saying hello and sharing. And I mean, I've got a lot of people who do. Swarren, Socorro, you know, all of you are doing the great things and doing all the things, right? It's just that Christine has been with me. I think, Christine, you were with me my first live, I think. And I think I didn't even know how to share. I didn't know how to do anything on a live. And I think you were in here helping me. Hey, birds in flight. So, you know, I always remember that because I probably would have been lost for real if it had not been for you. Plus, we both have a little bit of a love for the dark stuff, right? Halloween, we love all the things. Hey, Cassie, welcome back. What are you up to today, Cassie? Yeah, and see, this one is also really long, so I'm gonna probably, I think I might even put some up here. Trying to decide if I want to bring this up a little bit, but I don't think I want to. So I'm going to put it in first and then snip it and trim it down. Yes, we do. We love all the things, right? Okay, I'm going to trim this one down a little bit. And then I'm going to use my little makeshift pick machine hole puncher, right? Because this stem is very wobbly. Hey, Sweet Nellie, welcome back in. Man, I just love seeing all the names come in. I love it so much. Okay, I'm going to show you what we have so far. But I want to get one more piece in here towards this back because I'm building it up. And I'll show you what I mean by that here. Just a second. I definitely don't want it to just look like everything is limp and just falling off to the side. So I'm trying to build up the back a little. Okay. Let me see if you can see. Let me know if you can see that. And I am going to leave a little bit of space for a bow because I do want to put a bow in this piece today. So I have a question. Does anyone in here like the casino? So I have two of my older kids that live with me, and they absolutely hate the casino. Not because they don't enjoy the games, right? But because they don't like the crowds of people and how busy it is. So I'm just curious, does anyone in here like the casino like I do? And then I have a story. You've never been to the casino? Oh, it's fun. Girl, it is fun. So fun. You do? Oh, I love it. I love it. tell me what you like to play at the casino. Are you a slots player or are you a table gamer? What do you like to play at the casino? All right, I'm gonna get a pen because very addicting. You like to play the mermaid game? Is that like a is that a slot game? Well, I am one of those players that enjoys craps and cards. So I was at the table last night playing Texas Hold'em. You like roulette? That's fun too. I always bet on 31 and 13 for sure if I'm going to be at the roulette table. So I was playing Texas Hold'em, and I started out at a table with a friend that also goes and plays. And his name's Steven. If I say his name, you'll know who I'm talking about. But anyway, we were sitting there playing, and this dealer was just terrible. It was not giving us good cards or anything. It was terrible. Okay. And we both had lost, I don't know, too much money. So we decided we were going to get up and move to the other table, which was right behind us. Nobody was there, but we decided we want to move back there. Hey, Justin. I'm fantastic. How are you doing today? And so we moved to this table and went to a new dealer, and we're sitting there, and he starts dealing out flushes, okay? And a flush on this table I was playing was paying 8-1 on a little side bet I was playing. And I was paying, you know, playing $10. So, I started getting all these hits. And then he deals me a flush. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And if you know anything about straight flush, it's like fantastic. It's like dropping the bank on that one. So I had a really good time last night. And then, of course, I played craps a little bit, but all right, so I want to add some of this little cedar in there because I want it to just be more of a different dimension. And I am going to add some of this up into the top of our design as well to build it out a little bit. So once I get this in here, I'm going to trim it down. And I'll show you what it looks like. So who in here likes scary stuff? Do you like the spooky Halloween stuff? Or are you more of you don't like the creepies? You never have any good luck? Oh girl, you need to go with me then. I'm just saying. You just need to go with me. Because we would have the luck for sure. For sure. All right, so I am trying to get this in here. And again, I'm going to use my little makeshift picker to put a hole in here. You like the scary stuff, Justin? Yeah, I like the scary stuff too. I like all the scary movies. I like the haunted houses. I like all the things. All the things. The more, the better. I was watching a replay from Misty, who is with Little Luxuries, and she was talking about how she was so scared when she went to a haunted house that she practically ripped I think her boyfriend at the time, his shirt off because she was so scared. And I was laughing. I was rolling. It was so funny. Because, I mean, that's pretty common, right? Actually, there's a lot of people who don't. So, I'm sure many of you can relate to her, probably more so than me. Christine, how did I know you were going to throw up some black hearts? How did I know? How did I know? I think we have it in our blood or something, to be honest. You've done the same. You ripped all your friends' buttons off. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Y'all, you would not believe when I go into a haunted house. Okay, so the last time I went to a haunted house, we went to this haunted cave. Now listen, I'm claustrophobic. Okay, I'm claustrophobic. Don't be sticking me in these places where I can't get out. Do not do that. But we went all the way down into this cave, right? Tell me why we're down in this cave and I am laughing at the people, you know, the jump scare people that come in and try to scare you. Tell me why I'm laughing. And then tell me why I'm the one in the group. I'm the one that says, oh, let's stop and look at this setup. I want to know how they did these animatronics and look at this cool display and where did they get this and what is this made of? I'm the one. I'm that person. I'm that person that's going to ask all the things, all the stuffs and things to know how the heck did you do that? I can't help myself. I just can't. I gotta know. And I was like, oh, wouldn't this be cool in a wreath? Wouldn't this be cool in a garland over a door? Wouldn't this be? Yeah, I was that person. Thank you so much for the shares. I get you. Yeah, I was that person. I think my friend was just trying to get through it as fast as possible. And she was like, can we go now? But I will tell you that we were down there in the cave and they had some sort of chainsaw going. And it was smoky and it smelled like gasoline or diesel or something like that. And it was just like, ugh, man, this is a lot. So I didn't really care for that. But, all right, so we've got our cedar in here now. So let me know in the comments, do you like haunted houses? Or are you the kind that would skip the haunted houses and not go? Hey Heather, how's it going? We're talking spooky today, so of course we're talking about haunted houses. How are you? What are you up to? We finished our scary mask. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we finished it, but we just have to put it in a design. And I've got something really fantastic coming up that it's going to be amazing. So, thank you for the follow. So, again, tell me in the comments, are you the person that likes haunted houses, or no, you don't like haunted houses? All right. Let me just stand up a little bit here because this is so tall. I want to work up here a little. And I have not covered my base. I don't know that I am even going to have to. So, thank you for the follow. But I do want to put some of this in here because I want to make sure that it's acting as a filler here. Hi, good afternoon. How are you today? We're just doing a little live design, talking about haunted houses and spooky stuff. I'm kind of a spooky girl. So that's my jam. So we are just making some holes in my piece because, again, remember, I don't have a pick machine, so I have to be a little bit more creative in how I put mine in. So I do it by using a little metal stem and putting in a hole and then putting my piece. Hey Rosie Posey, how's it going today? How are you doing? You doing okay, love? All right, so, and again, this is just what we have so far. I know it looks a little wonky. And again, it always looks wonky to me. I'm telling you, it always looks wonky to me until I get about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way done. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm starting to like where we're going with this. So, all right. And I'm going to put in some of our Venus flytraps because, again, I thought it was very cliche that we have a Venus plant in a planter. Hey, Kendra's Creations. Oh, it's Kendara. That's right. Sorry. You love this. Hey, Simo. Simo, what are you doing? Hey, girl. Thank you for the populars. Thank you so much. But yeah, I just thought that this little Venus flytrap would be so fitting in a planter. So that's what we're working with. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I also like that it's going to give me some height. Now I am going to trim it down a little bit, but I'm going to stick this whole thing right in there because I want the whole thing in there. Thank you for the roses. Thank you so much. And if you are in here for the first time, make sure you're grabbing your little heart me's at the top once you followed me up here. Once you've followed me, you can join. Click this join. Grab your heart me. It kicks off your engagement points in the room as well. And then go back and get your bonus points. What are you doing? What was that? I missed it. Thank you so much. All I heard was something exploding on the screen. Okay, so here's what we have. Look at this. Can you see? That's why I wore red today. I was hoping that maybe you would be able to see it a little bit more against my red versus my normal black t-shirt. So hopefully you can see what we're doing here. And I'm not going to mess with it too much right now because it doesn't matter. But I am going to put some of this purple and red filler bush in this up here at the top. This is what we had left over from another project. So great thinking. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great day, bells and whistles. Thank you for being here. All right, so I'm going to just use this to kind of bring in a different color and a different texture. But going back to our conversation, are you a haunted house person or no? Do you like the haunted houses? Now my kids love the haunted houses. Love. So, as a matter of fact, one year I did my makeup as like a little scary clown, and I was the driver for my kids and their friends to the haunted houses. And I sat in the car because, you know, no teenager wants to be seen with their parents, especially when they're with their friends, right? Not to visit, just to look. I get it. I get it. I get it. And so I sat in the car and they went and had a blast. And I'll tell you, I was so jealous. Like, I was so jealous that I was not able to be in that haunted house. Because, you know, I would have been scaring the kids. I'd have been that person that was running around, acting a fool, scaring the kids. Your granddaughter loves Halloween, scary stuff. I do too. It is my favorite. My favorite. It's just, I've seen all the scary movies. There's probably not really that many scary movies that I have not seen, if you want me to be honest. Just because I've watched just about everything. All right, and I am making some of these just a little bit taller. I'm going to start bringing in some height to my design. But again, we're just working on filling right now. This is the kind of, I wouldn't say the boring part, but it's definitely more of the tedious part. I like working with the big flowers and the really big pieces. So you love this container. Where did I find it? Jack and Sally's my favorite too, Simo. I got this container at Michael's. At the Michael's. So run and get it, because I'll tell you right now, when I first went, the first time I went, they did not have it at all. And so I happened to stop in there for just something else on a whim, and they had a couple. And so I snatched that thing right up. Yes, I love the Michaels. I love Michaels. I mean, not that I have rewards or anything like that, right? I mean, not that there's that going on for me. I mean, I don't know what that's about, but every time I go in there, they're like, here's another voucher, so come back, please, and spend more. Right? It's like, I just spent money. Why? All right. So This, again, this is really just all foundational. So we've got this going on. Let me just take a gander. Let me do a spin, spin, spin. Let me do a spin. Okay, I see a hole in the back. That's why we have the spinner. We do everything on a spinner. So I can spin it and look at it. Make sure it's making sense. It's a ploy to reel us back in. Yes, yes it is. Yes, it is. And it works for me. It works for me. I can't help myself. I cannot help it. Okay, I see one little spot that I'm gonna put some more of this in. Same here, yes. That's how yours is too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Simo, does your granddaughter watch Jack and Sally and The Nightmare Before Christmas every year for Halloween? I watch it for Halloween and for Christmas. I have to watch it for both holidays. You know why? Because it has both holidays in it. So it's only fitting and appropriate that I should watch it for both. She was Sally last year. I love that. I love it. Where did she get her costume from? And did she do her makeup? All right, so I think we're going to be done with this for right now. I have some cuts on it left, and I like to save those to the very end because naturally when we get down to the end, I'm going to see something like a hole. So, hey Tammy. All right, so this is what we have so far. Now, I'm going to start with my flowers because I want to get these flowers. Look how luscious and luxurious these are. These are a dark red, burgundy, plum, oxblood color that I love. And it's got the red underneath. It's got the glitter, very little glitter though. And it's got, look at how dark those colors are. Love it. Her makeup was cool. Yes, I do have Instagram. I have a personal and a business. My business is, of course, the Stuffs and Things by JD. So you can find me on any social media platform except Snapchat with that name. I know. I love these too. And you know what? The leaves aren't that bad. Like usually the leaves are terrible, but the leaves on this one aren't actually that bad. Yes, got these at Michael's as well. This is an Ashland Halloween Deluxe Bush Black and Red Ranunculus. You probably can even find it online. But it was only like, you know, 15. So, all right, I'm going to start working these in because these are going to be some of my thrillers along with this Venus flytrap. So I'm going to give myself some height with these and some extra dimension. Oh, request you on Instagram and then you can see, of course, absolutely, please do. Please do. I don't even think you, maybe, oh, is your account private? I was going to say, I don't think you have to request me, but that might be because, you know, if you have a private account. But I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. It was too long. All right. I really am looking at which ones I like the best. because I'm not sure I'm going to use all of the flowers, but I definitely want to use the best ones for this piece, since that's what I picked it out for. Hey, welcome back, Kindara. All right. So again, I like to, before I glue, I like to try to put my pieces in just to make sure it's the right height, and then I can add my glue. Does anybody else do that? All right, so I've just got 3 in here so far. I know I want to put at least 2 more. I'm an odd numbers kind of person. So and I'm going to put a taller one over here. And you know what I love about these flowers is they really look not wilted, that's not really the right word, but kind of like wilted, if you know what I mean. Oh, that jazzed it up. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it was kind of looking bare, wasn't it? I'm sure you were like, where are you going with this? I mean, I have a vision, right? I have a vision. I know what I'm thinking. Does it always turn out exactly the way I envision? Not always, but most of the time. Most of the time. So here's what we have so far. Hopefully you can see that. But see, we got our flowers in here now. Got to go to the grocery. Okay, Simo, have a great day. Thank you. And make sure you invite or send me the requests on Insta. I'd love to see. Okay, now I am going to go in with some of this 60919 because I do want to give it just some of that gray. And I prefer to not cut my pieces up, but I'm trying to see if maybe I should in this case. Also, I'm going to be honest with you. See these leaves? These are like these little paper leaves. I don't like those. I'm cutting those out because I don't like them. So, I mean, you do what you want to with them. I just prefer not to have them in there. Simo is so fantastic. If you don't follow her, please do. Please pick her up. If you're still here and you're watching, you know, and anytime you go into a live, we have up here our live or our top ranking engagers in the community. So please, any of those people that are up there, grab them, let them know that you see them and that you want to engage with them as well. That's how you build your community, and that's how you grow in this platform. So please do that and grab those folks. So, all right. So here's just one piece so far. Got that in there. All right, so going back to my conversation on the casino. So I had a really good time. I am actually getting ready to go on a vacation with some girls from the casino. There's a group of us that we are going to go out to Phoenix and have a great time. It's going to be, we're staying at a hotel there, and we are just going to do pool days and spas and, you know, all the fun things. And we are going to, it's right around my birthday, and so I'm really excited. It does sound wonderful, right? And you don't have to gamble. I mean, you could literally sit at the pool and just enjoy yourself. That's what's so fun about it. I'm really excited because I just, you know, I just want to go and have a good time. All right, so we've got that piece in there. I'm just looking to see where I might need the last piece. Probably back here in the back. So I'm looking forward to that trip. And I'll tell you, I'm hoping that I'm as lucky there as I am here. Because, you know, for some reason, not all the casinos, you know, are the same vibe. And it definitely matters, the vibe. I have noticed that. All right. So we've got some twigs in this one, so I'm just going to curl my twigs around, and I love to just twirl them up and make them fun. Just going to go in this back piece. I am building a lot more of it around towards the back than the front because I don't want to detract away from the base. So I'm trying to, you know, keep this pretty close to the back. I'm just pulling some of this forward and out because, again, I don't want to cover up my fly plant either, because that is the star of our show, right? So here's what we have so far. Now this one is kind of bugging me. It's a little too forward, so I may fix that. Let's see. I'm probably going to pull it out and move it because I don't really love that it's right there. Yeah, that's better. And I'm actually going to trim it down a little bit more. Do I go to the Hard Rock or Harrah's? I go to both. So when I was in Florida, I went to the Hard Rock. And then here, where I live, we have Harrah's. And then when I go out to Vegas, I prefer the Caesars property. And the property that we're going to in Phoenix is actually a Caesars property as well. Okay, so I trimmed that down and moved it a little bit, so you see it's not just pointed out towards his face. I think I like that better. Yep, I like that better. Okay, now I'm gonna just go in with some of these filler roses and some of these other filler flowers. Let me show you right here. And start just kind of filling in some of our space. You love hard rock, it's about 45 minutes. Harrah's is 2 hours. Yeah, I mean, right, you just gotta kind of go to whatever is close, right? Go to whatever is close by you, for sure. I also have this really large sunflower. Let me show you. See this large black sunflower? I really like it. And so I'm going to put this one towards the back just because I love this flower. And this came from the DT. This flower, this came off of a bush from the DT, the Dollar Tree. And this middle is so soft. I love it. It's so pretty. So I'm going to put this in here. Yes, I love it too. I was really surprised, to be honest with you, especially since it came from there. You know, like I was just surprised at the quality of the flower. So look, see how pretty that is? I love it. It's so pretty. And I actually have, I think 3 on this. Yep, 3 on this, and I'm going to use them all. I'm going to use them because I want to. Because I want to. So, Blessed Nona, I'm assuming that when you said mermaids, you were talking about a slot machine. Is that a fair statement? Just trying to make sure I understand what you were saying. Yes, ma'am. Yep, I thought so. Okay. So here's the back. We've got that flower there. And then I am going to just probably put, again, I don't want to cover up my Venus flytrap, so I'm not doing that, but I'm probably going to put one over here on this other side. And let me show you this. Just to show you proof where I got this big old flower. These came off of one bush. This one bush had these and all these other flowers on it. And look at this. I got it from the dollar store, and look. Can you believe that? It is an awesome deal. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cuts on that bush. And you talk about the deal of the day. It's the deal of the day for sure. Because there's a lot of times I don't like their flowers, but I absolutely loved these. Love. I mean, they're just stunning. And they're just so soft. Just moving some of my greenery around here. And I'm pulling this one flower out because it's a little bit too long. Hey, Miss Riviera. Okay, so here's what we've got so far. Move this back. I know it probably looks like a hot mess right now, but we're not done. We're not done. All right. I've got some of these pieces. I've got this left, and I've also got some of these pieces, and I've got some anemones that we can use. So I am going to start putting some things down here in this bottom piece, because I want to start filling that in and hiding up some of the that moss that we used. So I'm going to use some of the black roses and some of the gray roses. Is there anything that you see in our design that you see something and you think, oh man, there's a hole there, or I wonder if she sees that? Let me know if you see something popping out, because I definitely want to make sure I'm getting those pieces. Now I'm going to just add some of these red anemones because I love these. It gives it that bright pop of color. And you'll notice I'm leaving a little bit of space over here because remember we have a bow I want to use. So I'm trying to be very intentional about leaving a space. Generally, I end up getting real crazy and overfilling all my designs, and then I'm like, okay, where am I going to put a bow? All right. So let me show you the top. Here's the top of it. So you see here's our Venus flytraps. We got our black sunflowers. All right, let's work on making our bow, because then I can move this off to the side a little bit and I can see you and we can have a chat. She's stunning. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to put this just right here off to the side so you can see her, but so we can work on our bow. Here's what I'm thinking for ribbon. So we have this skull ribbon. I have a red velvet that matches that oxblood burgundy really well. And then I have this nice black and gray floral. Hey, Shona. Okay, so I'm thinking, I was thinking about adding this one on top actually, even though it's the larger ribbon. I think I want to add it to the top of the bow. And normally I don't do that, but I just thought it would be the right touch. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. The other thing I can do is I can make it just more of like a one strip. I think I'm going to start with that, a one strip. So what I mean by that is I'm just going to have one piece in the back. And then I'll put another piece at the end, more of like a, as the, I guess you'd say the top bow. All right, so let's put our velvet. This is really pretty. It's a really pretty velvet. And if you've never watched me before, you'll know, you're probably used to seeing people use bow makers. I don't necessarily use a bow maker, and I also don't measure my bows. I like it to be not even. I don't, you know, I like it to not be perfect. Especially when we're doing a goth design. I think that you can get away with a little bit more than what you normally would if you were doing a normal Halloween piece. So right now we just have this, and again I didn't measure it. I have no idea, but I just made the standard 2 loops. How do you, how does everyone put their ribbon back on? Do you put a rubber band around your ribbon to keep it nice and neat? What do you use to keep it from unraveling off of your spool? Just curious. What does everybody use? Here's what we have so far. You use a pretty pearl needle. I do as well, Brookie. I get these at the Hobby Lobby. These are corsage pins. So I like them because they're long, right? And I use these. And I just stick it right into my ribbon to keep my ribbon from unraveling. Hey, Alicia. It has worked probably the best for me. I tried to do the whole rubber band thing one time, and I really did not like how it turned out. I thought that it was, it crimped my ribbon too much. So I decided I didn't like it. All right, so I'm just cutting these at an angle. So we have this now. So now I'm going to go in with one last piece of this skull ribbon, and I'm going to make a little top bow, and then we're going to be done with that. And really it's because I want to make sure I have lots of tails. If you want me to be honest. Good morning. How are you? How are you, my friend? All right. Okay. Let me show you what I was talking about. So that, see right here? This is just a one loop top bow. That's it. Now I'm just gonna put this, tie this off, and get this in. Alicia, where are you watching from? Hey, Mia. Now I am going to cut this one down. Normally I like to cut a piece a little longer so that I can use it as more of like a stem into my designs, but I'm actually going to use a pin this time because I have very little space with where I'm going to put this bow to work on, so just kind of fluffing everything out. Thank you for the heart me's. Thank you so much. And make sure as you grab those heart me's that you're going back up and picking up your extra engagement bonus team points so that it also helps your engagement as well, and it helps build our community. Okay, so I've just got a little pin on here, if you can see that. And I saved a spot over here, remember, for our bow. So I'm just going to stick it right in here. Get some glue. And I'm going to hold this in once I get this on here. I'm going to hold this for a few minutes because I don't want to start adjusting my bow and have it pop out. I can get a little aggressive with arranging the bow sometimes. I'm just going to dovetail my ends. And again, if you have any questions about anything that's, you know, Gothic or that we've talked about or in general, please, you know, again, I'm here to help you. You're helping me. So let me give back to you in a way that you need. So let me know if you have any questions or anything like that. So I am getting ready to show you what our bow looks like. Just trimming everything up. Okay. Here is our bow. He's kind of heavy. All right, what do you think? Let me know what you think. Now, I think I am still going to go in and just add a little bit of filler. So see how you can see a little bit of that foam right there? So I'm probably going to go in and put some extra greenery there. And then I still want to see about adding. Okay, how about this? Drop me a comment and let me know your opinion. So I'll leave him here for a second. Let me know your opinion. Do you like the Dusty Miller? Do you like the Dusty Miller? Or do you like the Black Ivy? So let me know. Which one do you think would look better? Let me move this. I don't want him to tip over. You like the Black Ivy or the Dusty Miller? A or B? A is the Ivy, B is the Dusty Miller. Let me know in the comments, which one do you like? Okay, let's see how many likes we have. Oh, okay, can we get over 10,000? Can we get over 10,000? We're right at 9.4. Can we get over 10? Everybody tap the screen. Everybody tap, tap, tap. Let's get us over to 10. And again, do you like A, the Black Ivy, or B, the Dusty Miller? A or B? A or B? Let me know in the comments. Do you like the Black Ivy, A, or B, the Dusty Miller? Hey, Mia. We've got A and B. A, this, the Black Ivy. I know, I was thinking about that too. It gives it a little bit of a lightness, but not too much. Whereas this is just all completely light. So, A, yep, okay. Looks like everybody's saying A. All right, let's keep tapping the screen. Let's get us up to over 10,000 likes. I don't know that I've ever had that, so help me hit that milestone. Just tap the screen. Tapping is free. It is one way that you can help support your favorite creator for sure, because TikTok recognizes that as engagement. Okay. Just getting some coffee. Need some more coffee. Need all the stuffs and things, right? Okay, here is our piece. And so again, I'm going to go in and fill in up here and cover any of that little foam area that you can see. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. Huge. Sitting down here than standing up over it. Hey, Swarren, how are you? Hey, lovely. We're just working on finishing up our Gothic candlestick that we made. Here's what we did today. And we are just finishing it up with some black ivy, some black and green ivy. We've got some places right up in here we can fill. So we're going to work on doing that. How are you today on this Sunday fun day? What are you doing? Are you doing anything fun? You're good today? I'm good too. I'm fantastic. I'm really good today. You know, I think one of the things that has really, really helped my mood is just the community that we have here on social media together. Just all of you. I don't know if you realize just showing up and saying hello, like how much that does have an impact to us that are designers, because it just is so helpful to us. Sometimes it's almost like you wonder if you're just out here by yourself in La La Land. Is anybody really watching? Does anybody really care? So when you show up and you say hello, it's amazing to us. So thank you for that. All right, I'm going to take another piece of this purple pick that's actually a little bit more of a filler. You're doing homework? You took a few classes because you were bored? What kind of classes are you taking? You started swag base yesterday that you're going to attempt to finish today. Okay, I need to know about both of those things. So what kinds of classes are you taking? What kinds of classes are you taking? Financial accounting and income tax. Okay, are you trying to do tax prep for people? Or is it just something that you love to do? I'm always so curious. My daughter was helping with one of her friends. So her friend has a tattoo business, and my daughter was trying to help her with, you know, the business and books and stuff like that. And then her friend's mom asked her about helping with taxes. So she got to dabble into that a little bit. And I told her, I was like, you should think about becoming a tax prepper, you know, preparing taxes for people. just for yourself. You have an MBA, you're just trying to broaden your skills. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, girl. Nothing. I love it. I love, love, love that. All right. Just putting a couple pieces of this ivy in here. Just again to give us more of a something that's a filler, but yet gives it some extra dimension. And then what kind of a swag are you working on? What kind of a swag are you doing? A fall swag, Halloween swag, Christmas swag? You know, as a designer, we're in all the seasons, right? Sometimes I don't know if it's spring, summer, fall, winter. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So confusing sometimes. Because we got to do all the things. We got to make all the things. All of them. Anyone else get crazy and confused? You're just doing an everyday, a purple and silver jeweled one? That sounds stunning. And you're going to do a Christmas one after? I love that. I love it. Love it. It's amazing what these leaves will cover up in your designs. So what I like to do when I'm looking for coverage is I try to pick something with a lot of cuts, but then also with broad leaves or broad pieces that can act as filler. And you'll be amazed what it does to your design. All right, so here's what we've got so far. That's just some extra pieces. Again, it's just adding some of that extra. But look, we covered up his forehead, so you can't even tell. And I am going to, because I'm adding this ivy, I want to make sure I put in a piece at the top. I can't leave the top out. So, I have not done too many Christmas designs yet. I know a lot of us are doing Christmas in July, but I have not done too many yet. I really just enjoy Halloween, so I always do a lot more Halloween than Christmas, believe it or not. I actually sell a lot more Halloween than Christmas. Can you believe that? That's crazy, right? But I think it's just kind of like what your community is used to from you and what you show them. So, okay. I'm also going to put some of these down here in the bottom, I think. Can't put in the top and then not the bottom, so Now, Swarm, do you go live and design? Do you do live designs? Definitely like try to make sure that if I know that you're a designer and you also go live, I want to try to help show up for you as well. So if you're going to do a design and you're going to be live, please tag me. Please let me know you're going to be there. Would love to support you. So I'm just putting some of these pieces in down at the bottom, so it doesn't look like we forgot something. Hey, Donna. And I am going to put just probably something here in my bow because I think I just need it there. All right, let me show you what this looks like now. So we just put some in the bow. See that? Just kind of incorporates it more into the design. Just putting some pieces in. Hi, hey. Hi, Reese and Edges. Thank you for the follow. How are you today? We are just working on this Gothic candlestick. We almost have it all done. We've been on here a little while, so we're about to wrap up. I just want another flower right here in the front. Just because I've got some bare spots. You love this piece? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we just kind of stuck that there, this one right here. And I think, so the other thought that I had was using this skull in this design somewhere because I thought, wouldn't that be cute? And I was thinking I could almost even do something down at the base. At the base of the design. So that it's kind of just sitting down there. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see. I don't necessarily love those leaves though, so I'm just looking for something that might work a little bit better. Like this one. So this is a little bit better leaf. And I'm going to trim it down. Alright, so I'm going to just dip this in some glue, and then we are going to put this down here at the base. And it's okay if it gets more glue on it than anything because you want it to stay secure anyway. I'm just holding this in because you've got to hold this down to get this to stick. I'll go back with some glue and hit it with a glue gun. I actually changed my mind. I think I want to put the rose down there. This little red flower. And then put him on top of that. Let's see what it looks like. I know you can't really see yet, but once we get this in here and on and done, you'll be able to see it. I'm putting a longer stem on this skeleton. Okay, look what we added. I think that's cute. think that's cute. And now I'm just gonna cover up my mechanics with another flower, and then we are going to be done. Here we go. Thank you for the follow. So see how we added this little goat or skeleton down here with some flowers? We got the gray anemone and the red and black ranunculus, and we've got that little skull there. And I do have a skull hand, so I'm thinking that I may put this over here by the bow. Let's see what it looks like. Gorgeous. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to definitely put that in here. It's going to give it just what I want to finish out the skull piece. I'll show you just a second here. All right, look. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. So you see how we added this little skull hand in there? I think that's so cute. There you have it. Our Goth candlestick. It has romantic vibes. Hi, Michelle. How are you? How are you today? It's got some romantic vibes, but it's still a goth piece. And it's large and in charge.